again, people. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Box to Box. Arsenal have a big week coming up, and it's starting off with Leicester City at home, the Emirates Stadium. I'm welcoming back Lee Chappy. How's it going, man?
Well, we've just won. We literally just won 2-0 in the Conference League. Yes, we are still playing European competition, the third tier of the flipping competition. I don't understand. Do you like the fact there's now a third tier European competition?
Put it this way, I didn't envy Tottenham being in Europe this season.
Well, I mean, it's just the prestige of Europe is meant to be up here, and they're just watering it down the further they go. I mean, no one's really interested in Europa unless you're in it. So what's the Conference League?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the upcoming plans with the Champions League format and whatnot that UEFA have tried to put in place, it doesn't look like it's going to get any better for them competitions either. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, aside from that, Lee, everything all good and well, family life all good.
Yeah, man, just working my butt off to try and do this full time, and it's slow. I'm slowly getting there. I feel like I'm a way off yet, but yeah, I'm grinding.
Show some love, people. Show some love. I'm gonna put Lee's channel in the title and the description below. So make sure you show some love to Lee and support his channel too. And yeah, you know what Box to Box is, Lee. We're gonna get into it. Arsenal 4th place, Leicester 12th place. I think we'll start with Leicester, and reason being, last couple of seasons where Arsenal have been, we've been looking up and looking at Leicester, for example, one of the teams taking advantage of Arsenal's, poor form and whatnot. Sitting amongst the top 4, eventually falling out, but being there or thereabouts for the last couple of seasons. This season, however, after what seemed like a good summer for Leicester, I think you brought in Patson Daka, you brought in Samare.
Yeah.
Was that it, or maybe even a couple more?
Obviously, we brought in you've got Lookman. It's not a permanent deal yet, but I think it probably will be. And then we've brought in some panic ones because of injuries. We've gone for Vestergaard. I don't know why we've gone for him. He moves about as slow as Lurch at the door for the Adams family. It's just frightening. You've got Ryan Bertrand as well, who's I don't know. Just there is some silly signings that have gone on, but I heard that's what you sometimes get with Brendan Rodgers. That's what I've heard before. Speaking to previous Liverpool fans. So I don't know, but. Yeah, look, it's been one of those seasons, really. Yet again, just lots of players dropping out of injuries. Yet again, we've got no Vardy for this one. That's a that's a big talking point, because I think he's almost probably I think he's probably scored the most against you boys in the current Premier League.
Potentially, because he does like playing against us, so potentially.
Yeah, so it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a massive loss. When I look at the table and I look at goals scored, it doesn't seem like scoring goals has been the biggest problem for you this season. It's more defensive. Obviously, Fofana's out with that big injury.
Yeah.
Soyuncu hasn't really looked himself off the back of that Euros with Turkey.
Well, you can tell me what happened to him at the Euros. He got sent off, and it's like when he got sent off, he stayed there. He never came back.
You know what it is? Lee. Turkish fans are similar to English fans in a sense where, if players embarrass you in a tournament, there's heavy criticism and pressure on the fan base and whatnot.
Did that happen?
It just feels like, they let the country down, and Turkish people are proud people and whatnot. So I don't think he's really recovered mentally from that.
I don't think so.
So yeah, that's probably part of the reason why, because there was high hopes for Turkey in that tournament. As you know, I was hoping for the best, but it didn't.
I watched the pain on those streams, mate. I seen the pain.
Listen, we've got Portugal coming up next week for the World Cup qualifiers, and if we beat Portugal, it's Italy next, just to get into the World Cup. So imagine that. But listen, let's not get into that. Let me not give myself a headache. But looking at the top scorers as well in this fixture this season, Vardy's got 10 goals. He's got the most of the lot from both.
Yeah, and he's not even played a lot of games. Let's be honest with you. He was out recently with a hamstring for about 8 weeks, 9 weeks, something like that. Last time we seen him was December against, I think, Liverpool, about 28th something like that, December. Then he's come back and done wonders in that last 20 minutes that he got subbed on. I think he got a goal and assist, but he's took a knock against Leeds and now he's out for potentially another month. It's like, where does it end?
Back to back. Well, yeah, like you said, he hasn't played much, but he's still getting the goals this season. But you mentioned Brendan Rodgers, Lee. And Brendan Rodgers was a name that some Arsenal fans, touted as someone who should have been looked at after Unai Emery, possibly before Unai Emery and whatnot. And, Arsenal at the moment, we who cares what managers we looked at before? At the moment, things are going well, both for us and looking at other clubs in and around us, like United, Tottenham, and so on. Things are going well all round. So hopefully that continues at your expense this weekend. But Brendan Rodgers, what you mentioned Liverpool fans mentioning maybe a third, fourth season syndrome.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of that stuff before, and I was thinking, look, can't be too harsh on the guy. He's been here 3 years, and it's like he's never had a full team. He's never had a first full fit team ever since he's been here. He's won the FA Cup with a depleted squad. He's had 2 top 5 finishes with a depleted squad. Can you imagine what he probably would have actually done if he did have his full team? I think you've got to give him the man credit where credit's due, But having said that, some of the stuff that he does is a little questionable. His press conferences sometimes. He came out not long ago and said that we have overachieved. And it's like, mate, you've come in after we've won the Premier League. Anything's possible. What are you talking? Stop chatting shit. You don't say things like that out in the public. You just don't. You keep that to yourself. Yeah. And then there's like burying players sometimes, and sometimes you just question some of his his press conference stuff. It's a weird substitution sometimes he makes as well. Like you're winning 1-0. And instead of, you see Man City, you don't see them defending a 1-0. They'll always go for 2, 3 or 4. His mentality sometimes seems to be, let's stick Vestergaard on and let's go with a back 5. Like, why? Just, we're already playing here, we're winning, and we're playing decent. Go for the win. Put it to bed. But he don't. And it's cost him. It's cost him a few times now.
Is the good recruitment over the years down to him, or is it a bigger picture at play?
I think there's a bigger picture going on. I mean, there's a top recruitment that's left the club. Off the top of my head, it's been a long day. I can't tell you his name, but he's been at the club a very long time. He's gone. We've had someone else go as well, Dave Rennie, who was the top medical. When he went, you'll notice the injuries just started piling in. There's definitely something going on at the club internally, behind the scenes that we don't know about, because there's too many injuries and I don't know, something definitely wrong. Because you can't have £100 million training centre that's this state-of-the-art thing that, that the world now knows about. Leicester have got this state-of-the-art facility, but yet we've got more injuries than anyone in the whole of bloody England. I think at one point it was like 16 players out.
I remember last season, right?
Yeah. So something's wrong still. Something's wrong.
Well, from something wrong to something seemingly right at the moment. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, Lee. Give us your thoughts on the whole situation. Last time we talked, I believe it was in and around the 2-0 win over at your ground earlier this season.
Yeah, well, you could get a back-to-back this season on us, really, couldn't you? And that'd be a first time for a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. To be honest, we haven't beaten you at home in a little while, I believe. I think it's been a couple seasons we haven't beaten you at home, at least.
I'm just looking now. Arsenal looking to complete the league double over Leicester for the first time since we won the league.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we did that season. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you celebrated like you won it.
I don't know who you're talking about, mate. But that couldn't have been me.
Oh, you wiping that one under the rug, yeah? Sweep that one under us. Get the brush. Sarah, get the brush.
Big up Lee, man. Big up Lee. I can't lie. It pains me that it's been so long we haven't won the league title. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We are seemingly on the way up. Is that how it looks to you outside looking in, Lee?
You boys are looking great, man. You really are. I'm kind of jealous that we've almost swapped places.
Yeah.
We've almost swapped places. You boys are looking really good. I think you will get top 4.
Yeah.
I think so.
Down to how good you think we look, or how bad you think the rest look?
No, I think you look good.
Yeah.
It's been common, you know. You've been building on something. You can still win things when you're not playing all that well. Look, you won the FA Cup a couple of years ago when you were building, and a lot of fans were wanting him out. I thought, give the man time. Football's weird these days. If something don't go right in about 3 or 4 games, you want the manager out again. So, hang on a minute. If you want to reset, surely you need to build it and build a foundation first. That's what he's doing. All these youngsters you've got, it's ridiculous. And you're getting good signings in as well. Odegaard, I thought, man, you guys wanted Maddison so much. You've ended up going out elsewhere and pulling someone in, but he looks better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're definitely building something here.
Yeah, I mean, Odegaard and Emil Smith Rowe both held that position down very well so far this season. So, you know, if you had to pick a standout, you know, everyone's popular pick at the moment seems to be Saka, obviously off the back of last weekend's exploits as well.
He's just these goals, man. You just watch them back, and you just keep watching them because it's just so good.
Yeah, he is. You know, he has turned the corner following that penalty miss in the final, and you know, the abuse.
Listen, moments like that can either break you or they can build you, and I think he's the one to come out on this. He's built character from it for sure.
Yeah, where do you think this game's won and lost tomorrow? Well, I say tomorrow, I mean on the weekend, Sunday.
I don't know what squad we're going to have, to be honest with you. We've got no Fofana, if you didn't know. He was meant to be returning tonight. Well, Thursday's game against Rennes in the Conference League was meant to be returning, but he's got COVID. Yeah. So we've got to wait for him to be tested to see if he'll be eligible to play or not. I have no idea. No Vardy. Strike force. I don't think Daka offers that same grit up top. There's no fear factor. Vardy's a name. He's a brand. He's created this. You know, it is. You know, once he's on the pitch, that back line, a little bit worried.
Yeah, Ramsdale even mentioned him. I think, was it today or yesterday?
Exactly.
I've seen a little bit him saying, you know, that's one of the. I think he said it's probably the worst player he hates playing against.
There you go. That says it all, doesn't it? But the man's not playing, so you ain't got that to worry about. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about. And I'll be honest with you, Maddison's only really coming back from injury, sort of out of form-ish. Okay, he's been doing well when he came back, but again, he's took another knock, and it's just, when will it end? You know, when will it end, Robert? Is the quote.
You know what? You seem very downbeat about Leicester, which is unusual because, like I said, the last couple of seasons it's been a very different conversation. I
see as Leicester as we can win any game, we can lose any game at the minute. There's nothing for sure. Yeah. There's no guarantees with this Leicester side. You asked me this question a couple of years ago. I'm confident going into this game, but I'm at the minute I'm just taking it for what it is.
And what do you think that'll be then?
I don't see us winning. If we can maybe grasp a point, I'll be happy with it. But I think, to be honest with you, as long as Leicester can remain a Premier League side and not go down, which is almost as certain, let's be honest with you. You know, we've just took 6 points from Burnley and Leeds. I think that's out the way now. Relegation. Look, I don't want to talk about relegation and Leicester. I really don't. But we was creeping lower and lower and lower. I'm thinking, you know what? We've got to be careful. But we've got those points, so we don't really need to focus on achieving a top 6 finish. That's not happening. Our league this season's done. Our eyes are on the Conference League to get into Europa League football next season. That's the only way in.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I get that as well. And obviously, a 2-0 victory over Rennes, you just had that win as well. So that, you know, many good teams left in that.
I think Roma have gone through again tonight. So I think they won 1-0. I think tonight. You've got Slavia Prague, I think, as well. I think they won 4-1. They're a tough side. There's a few good sides in it still. I think you've got Copenhagen still in it. Yes, a couple of tough sides. I think Roma's the one to watch, though.
Yeah, Roma definitely sounds like the one to watch. Yeah, and to be honest, I just checked as well. Last couple of seasons, you beat us last season 1-0 at the Emirates, and the season before was a 1-1 draw. So it'll be massive for us to get the win and get the double over you this season, because it's at. Listen, Man United are playing Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday afternoon. So if there's ever a weekend, and literally we're saying this every week now as Arsenal fans, because this is all we got, Premier League. But if there's ever a week to get 3 points, it would be the week that your two top four rivals are playing each other. So
I don't think we've ever won back-to-back games away against Arsenal, as far as I'm aware, in history. So,
right, not in recent history anyway. So
I don't think we've ever won back-to-back away games against you in the league ever. So,
yeah,
history usually repeats with Leicester. History usually repeats.
Actually, before who are you looking at as the key threat? Is it Saka again, or?
Yeah, especially at the minute we're all over the place with who's going left back, who's going right back. I mean, we've had Hamza Chowdhury at right back tonight, coming in for James Justin because he had about 50, 60 minutes, but he's still not 100% fit from his ACL injury, and the list goes on and on and on. So it's just a weak back line, On the counter, it's quite scary to watch Leicester in the middle. And Ndidi just doesn't seem himself at the minute. There's just a lot going on at Leicester at the back. That's the problem with set pieces as well. I mean, I think we're bottom of the league for set pieces on the amount of goals we've conceded. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You have a look at the corners. I don't know if you can get the stat anywhere, but if you have a look, just Google it and you'll see it. That we've got to be bottom in the Premier League for set pieces at corners for goals going in our own net.
Let's hope Mikel knows that. Prediction time.
Jeez.
Give us the prediction.
Oh God, I'm praying for something, but I don't feel it. But I think we'll get a goal, but I think it's gonna be something silly like 2-1, 3-1 for two boys. I don't like going on to an opposing channel and saying that, but I don't know. I'm not confident at all. Yeah. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal, but I'd definitely take a draw. I'd snap your hands off for a draw.
Yeah, listen, like I said, Man United, Tottenham playing each other. I hope for a draw there, and I hope that 2-3-1. As soon as you said it, that's exactly what I was going for. I'm going to go for a 3-1.
No Vardy, no party, mate.
Yeah, we hope so over here anyway on the red side of London. We hope that's the case. Lee, let them know where they can find you. I'm going to put it all in the description as well, but let them know.
Yeah, all my socials are Lee_Chappy, everything, every single platform. I'm on everything: TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Insta, YouTube, everywhere.
There you go, people. Like I said, I'm putting his YouTube in the title. I'm putting it in the description below as well. Show some love to Lee. Hit the like button on the video too. And give us your thoughts. Give us your prediction in the comment section below as always. And who you think the key threat is for the Leicester City side. Love for the love, people, as always. We're out. Peace.